So on this part of the job, I decided just to use fiberglass. That Bondo was such a hassle; it's so all over the place that I moved right back to fiberglass. It really works good. It smooths out. I know fiberglass. We do for surfboards and things like that. It works really well. And it's really easy. It's a strong material, fiberglass. You know, after it all hardens up, and so moved back to fiberglass. So here we are, fiberglass in it. I was going to tape it with some masking tape, and then I was going to go over it with the Bondo, and I just said, you know what? I know fiberglass. Fiberglass works good, easy to sand down. I could fill this in if I wanted to with the same foam concept that I did over here. So I think we're in good shape here with this, the fiberglass. We'll see how that works out. So filling it in right now. Probably gonna have to put a second coat on this big patch right here. Other than that, I think we're in really good shape. So you basically just put the you put a little resin down, then you put the cloth over it, and you just kind of pat it on there like this, and soaks into the glass, fills it in real nice. That's it. It's real simple. Fiberglass is really, really fun to work with. Should be wearing a mask. If you're working with fiberglass, I suggest you always wear a mask. You want to protect your lungs. You know, little things like that go a long way. Got a lot of glass falling off in here. A lot of resin. So I put a bunch already down this whole route right here. So now I'm just going back over it, touching up the glass to make sure it settles in. You want to make sure you work fast with this stuff because it does dry pretty fast. Dripping all over the place. So that's it. You pat it down, kind of like the same thing you're doing with a surfboard. You fix a surfboard. Surfboards are real easy to fix. People think that it's a big job, but it isn't. Once you do it a few times, it's real easy. Same thing as fixing any type of material like this. And fiberglass sticks to just about anything. So, make sure you don't have a lot of puddles going all over the place. You don't have to sand so much. I like to stay with the philosophy of, leave it as best you can so you don't have to go over it and sand down a bunch of stuff later on, and you have to maybe go back and patch it. It's a real hassle. So I'm moving actually fiberglass around here to fill another hole. That worked out really good. So once this is all done too, you want to sand it down, go over the edges. Just make sure you can make it real nice if you wanted to, so you didn't see anything. Try to make sure you don't have any bubbles in the fiberglass. It's real important. They'll pop and then they'll make a crack. Cause a lot of problems. So I'm still just filling it in. That Bondo is real hard to work with. It's tough as nails, but I tell you, it's just as hard to work with. So I don't recommend using Bondo on something like this. This particular situation, I got a lot of holes from pitted rust, and so I'm just going to go over it with this stuff, and bang, hopefully this will settle it in. See, now this is I've got a lot of fibers right here that are fun to work with because you could kind of move them all over the place. It's kind of like a happy tree, You just kind of push it in there. Yeah, I have a little couple of friendly flavors over here. Yeah, I like working with this stuff that's real easy to move around. It's fun. Just these extra glasses. Sometimes I'll cut up a whole bunch of glass and just leave it as extras, and then just kind of mix it right into the fiberglass, the resin itself. And then you just push it onto the material, onto the you know, the substrate, whatever it is you're working with. And then you can kind of just move it around. This stuff is real good fiberglass. I'm using an actual real good fiberglass here. It's not the cheesecloth stuff, which is what typically you use. This is different. It is good stuff. So what I do is I put it down like that. I don't know if you can see this. Crap. Put it down, and then I stick it on top of it. And then what you do is, it's really starting to get sticky now. It's hard to work with. But push it on it, and then you kind of just dab it in here. I don't know if you can see this far away, but what you do is you kind of just dab it on like this, and it'll stick real nice to that. And this stuff's getting real hard right now, so it's hard to work with, but I'm gonna make. I guess I'm gonna make another batch of glass, another batch of resin. I mean, because I got a lot more fiberglass here to do, and see, it's coming along good. It's a big project right here, this car. But once it's all said and done, I think it's gonna be a real nice car. There's a lot of rust on this car. A lot of rust. So, we're getting there. Alright, I gotta make another patch of resin here. Since I got these gloves on, I can touch the glass real easily. I want to get all these drips out of here and any little extra areas that I see. Just kind of float them around. Probably going to have to do some sanding on this, but that's expected. See? Just make sure you just try to get all the drips out of there, because drips are a pain in the ass to work with. Any big high spots too you might see, just kind of push them down, move it around here like this. I had a lot of drips over here. There we go, resin right there. Should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna let that settle. I'm gonna finish the rest of the job, and then I'm gonna come back and look at this and see if I maybe need another coat or something like that on here. Let's see. We will see. Okay, this resin's just taking off this. Put some primer on here after I sanded down all the rust. I put the primer down. Put the primer down, and then wow, this is really wet right here. I put the primer down. Now I'm fiberglassing over everything. So those are the steps. Okay, I gotta make some more fiberglass. So, you're out.